In an aging apartment building at the edge of the city, something deeply unsettling began happening every single night without warning. At exactly 3:17 a.m., the heavy reinforced entrance door would slowly unlock and open on its own. There were no footsteps in the hallway, no knocking sounds, and absolutely no visible movement of the handle. At first, the owner assumed the strange activity was caused by air pressure changes inside the building. However, the door was made of thick steel and required noticeable force to move even slightly. It was not the kind of door that could casually swing open by accident or weak airflow. For nearly 2 weeks, he tried to ignore the pattern and convince himself it was nothing unusual. But the most disturbing part was not the movement, it was the precise timing every single night. No matter what day it was, the event always happened at exactly 3:17 a.m. Determined to understand the truth, he decided to stay awake and observe everything personally. The apartment was completely silent as the digital clock slowly approached the strange minute. When the display changed from 3:16 to 3:17, a faint metallic click echoed softly. The latch slowly disengaged without the handle turning even slightly in any direction. The heavy steel door began opening inward, as if pushed by an invisible presence. The hallway outside remained completely empty and eerily quiet during the entire incident. No shadow passed by, no sound of breathing, and no footsteps could be heard anywhere. His heart started pounding rapidly as he stood frozen, watching the impossible unfold. The following morning, he immediately contacted a professional locksmith to inspect the door. Every single component of the locking mechanism was carefully dismantled and examined thoroughly. The hinges were stable, the latch was functional, and no defects were discovered anywhere. Frustrated and confused, he installed a high-resolution security camera facing the entrance. The camera recorded continuously throughout the night without interruption or system failure. The first 2 nights passed quietly, with absolutely no unusual movement captured on footage. But on the 3rd night, the recording revealed something that changed everything permanently. At precisely 3:17 a.m., the door frame vibrated almost imperceptibly before the latch released. The handle remained completely still as the locking mechanism disengaged by itself. The door opened slowly, steadily, and deliberately, as if guided by unseen hands. The corridor outside appeared completely empty under the dim overhead lighting. There was no human presence visible from any recorded camera angle whatsoever. He showed the footage to several close friends, all of whom reacted in disbelief. Each person confirmed that the handle did not visibly move during the event. Concerned neighbors were asked if they had experienced anything unusual recently. An elderly resident hesitated before revealing a deeply unsettling piece of information. The previous owner of that same apartment had died unexpectedly inside the unit. According to official reports, his time of death was exactly 3:17 a.m. Even more disturbing, his entrance door had also been found open that morning. Authorities ruled the death as a sudden heart attack without signs of struggle. At the time, no connection was made between the open door and his passing. But now, the identical pattern was repeating itself in terrifying precision. Desperate for answers, the owner contacted both religious advisors and paranormal investigators. A small team agreed to conduct a full overnight investigation inside the apartment. They installed equipment designed to measure electromagnetic disturbances and temperature fluctuations. Cameras were positioned strategically to capture every possible angle of the entrance. As the night deepened, an overwhelming silence filled the apartment space. When the clock neared 3:17 a.m., the tension in the room intensified noticeably. Suddenly, the monitoring devices detected an unexplained spike in electromagnetic activity. At the same moment, the hallway temperature dropped several degrees unexpectedly. Without warning, the latch released once again with a soft metallic click. The heavy steel door slowly opened inward just as before. Every camera confirmed there was no visible person or object causing the movement. The investigators documented the event carefully, yet struggled to provide logical conclusions. No scientific explanation fully accounted for the exact timing and repeated pattern. Emotionally shaken, the owner decided to move out temporarily for his safety. The apartment remained completely vacant for 3 full months afterward. Building management kept the surveillance system running during that empty period. Astonishingly, the door continued opening every night at exactly 3:17 a.m., even without furniture, residents, or electrical activity inside the unit. Some experts proposed thermal expansion as a possible technical explanation. Others suggested internal air pressure differences within the corridor structure. However, none could justify the flawless timing of the phenomenon. Records revealed that the previous owner had filed similar complaints before his death. He had reported the door unlocking on its own repeatedly during late hours. His concerns were dismissed as stress or imagination at the time. Eventually, the apartment was quietly sold to another unaware buyer. The building's management chose not to disclose the full disturbing history. On his very first night inside, the new owner witnessed the same event. At exactly 3:17 a.m., the door opened slowly before his eyes. Shocked and unsettled, he immediately contacted management demanding explanations. To this day, no final scientific investigation has resolved the mystery. The archived footage remains stored as evidence of the unexplained phenomenon. Some believe the recordings clearly suggest undeniable paranormal activity. Others argue it must be an extremely rare mechanical coincidence. But the repetition of identical timing continues to disturb skeptics. Why does it always happen at the same precise minute? Why did 2 different owners experience the exact same event? Is it possible fear creates patterns where none truly exist? Or is something unseen returning to that doorway every single night? The apartment still stands quietly within that aging building today. Neighbors claim they still avoid walking past it after midnight. The hallway lights flicker occasionally without clear electrical issues. Some residents whisper that the previous owner never truly left. Others insist it is simply an urban legend exaggerated over time. Yet the recordings remain real, unchanged, and difficult to explain logically. Every night, the digital clock inevitably reaches 3:17 a.m. again. And every night, the heavy entrance door slowly moves. The question is not whether it happens, but why it happens. Is it coincidence, mechanical anomaly, or something beyond current understanding? The mystery continues unresolved, leaving fear lingering in that silent hallway. What do you truly believe is opening that door every night? Like this video, subscribe to the channel, and join us for more unexplained true mysteries.